Successful investing in gold and silver hinges on a number of variables, and some are more clearly important than others. No matter what, there are certain things we can't afford to get wrong. There are certain fundamental things we have to stop getting wrong because of the impact they have on gold and silver investment. As I watched Rick Rule's investment bootcamp this weekend, what? You had to know I was going to attend. Yeah. We all know I have a one-sided bromance with Rick Rule, so what you're doing right here doesn't even bother me. At any rate, very quickly, I was reminded that investors do things very differently from most stackers. And there was my moment of clarity. When it comes to buying physical metals, we need to unlearn the following, as these 5 difference makers have a profound negative impact on your stack. First, stacking is not a religion. Almost to our detriment, we have created the term stackers and developed a whole culture around stacking. As a reminder, culture refers to the shared beliefs, values, customs, behaviors, and artifacts that characterize a group or a society. And while culture can evolve and change over time, it has to be challenged in order to do so. At times, our community's dogmatic approach towards false or inaccurate, but commonly and firmly held beliefs is particularly damaging. I know these things are not supposed to be questioned or challenged, but that's what we do here at Stackers from day one, because it costs you money. Over the year, I've taken a number of these on, but here are some clear examples. Like, it's better to buy sovereign. You make your premium back when you sell. Sovereigns sell better. You need junk silver to barter. Government confiscation, market manipulation, so much more. This zealot stubbornness to false ideas prevents us from evolving as a community, and it costs you money. Number 2, not treating precious metals like an investment. I know, how can we treat it like an investment when it's not an investment? Well, according to Investopedia, an investment is an asset or an item acquired with the goal of generating income or appreciation. When an individual purchases a good or an investment, the intent is not to consume the good, but rather use it in the future to create wealth. Do I really need to say anything else, y'all? Yes, it can be all the other things we preach as stackers, a savings, a hedge, wealth preservation, but we have to break free from this religious-like mantras and simply own that what we are doing is investing, period. No, metals don't pay interest or dividends, but neither does a number of other investments. As a quick aside, there are ways to earn interest on our metals, but we'll save that for another video and for a day when I won't mind being burned at the stake like we were in Salem in 1692. Because we can't fundamentally agree and accept that stacking metals is an investment, we limit our conversations to the same handful of recycled topics over and over again. And to make things worse, we don't utilize investing principles that offer additional upside and or provide downside protection. Closely related to number 2 is number 3, which is buying but never selling. How in the world can you buy low and sell high if you won't sell? How do you realize the wealth that you've created if you don't realize a gain? Where in the world did we lose the concept of selling to lock in a profit, using gains to create additional wealth or purchase other assets, maybe even more metals? Investors know how to purchase an asset, get their original investment back, and still keep the asset. It's what we call our investment velocity of money. I get it. I've said this 1,000 times, but maybe you'll listen to Rick Rule, because in his opening speech this weekend, he said, and I quote, "When the whole world is talking about silver, when you see it on television, when you see it on the cover of magazines, consider selling some of your position. Buying low and selling high requires that you do both." End quote. Notice, he didn't say sell at all. All right, Stackers University, I'm going to channel the Hamilton play and George Washington's part of the song Right Hand Man. So here we go. Can I be real for a second? For just a millisecond? Let down the guard and tell the people how I feel a second? Now, I'm the motto of a modern educational creator, the underrated, unique YouTuber whose members are all lining up to put me on a pedestal, writing to their relatives, embellishing my elegance and eloquence. But the elephant is in the room. The truth is in your face when your analytics go wonk, wonk. All right, 1, I hope that put a smile on your face. But 2, I do need your help growing our channel because we really are doing great work in this community here and on Discord. As you can see, we have around 4,700 subscribers. But last month, 9,100 of you were returning viewers, and we had over 20,000 unique viewers. So we're doing well, but I need your help, and I promise it's not that hard, especially if you believe in what I'm doing is worthwhile, educational, and adding value. Please hit that subscribe button with notifications turned on and hit that like button. Thank you very much. God, I hope that works, because my next option is to start twerking like Lizzo for subs. And wait, you heard that? That was supposed to be edited out. Ugh. While I still have your attention, I'm so excited to tell you about a new adventure and partnership we have. I've partnered with Red Rock Report, no S on the end of that, as a content creator. Red Rock Report is your daily hub for all financial news. I'll, of course, be writing about precious metals and sharing more tips and tricks for wealth creation, but the website is perfect for your overall financial education. It's your one-stop shop for stocks, cryptos, technology, world news, all a bunch of other stuff. So please go check it out. I'm going to have a link in the description, and we're worried. Number 4, the versatility and utility of metals. I get it. Selling your metals seems so hard because they are both versatile, meaning they serve multiple roles in your portfolio, and have a high utility, meaning they are useful or practical in the versatile roles that they serve. It's true, metals are almost like a Swiss Army knife, and I get it. I used to watch MacGyver when I was younger. I watched the reboot. Heck, I even enjoyed SNL's spoof of MacGoober. So I know all the amazing things that a Swiss Army knife can do in a pinch. However, if you learn to treat your metals like an investment and have a plan, you're less likely to be in a pinch and need to serve in all those roles. Number 5, confusing speculation with investing. Of all the points, this is the most impactful because if you don't understand the difference, it leads to some of the strongest and most influential emotions. The emotions of fear, anxiety, greed, envy, disappointment, and anger. These aren't good emotions for investors. I believe this all starts with establishing your expectation, your risk level, because investors focus on probabilities, seeking reasonable returns relative to the risk, while speculators focus on possibilities, seeking outside returns with the associated risk. I realize this sounds like a bunch of words, but the examples are very clear. While it's become commonplace for people to talk about gold going to 5,000 and silver, pick a number, 1,500, those numbers are possibilities, not probabilities, and therefore it's speculative. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't invest in silver because of its volatility or its additional risk. As we preach here, risk is to be managed, not avoided. Unfortunately, I feel like too many promoters and pumpers aren't having honest conversations with silver investors about the additional associated risk with silver and how that makes it a more speculative investment by nature. Since the narratives around silver don't include these important points, it's easy to understand why so many people become more and more frustrated with the gray metal. My goal isn't to poo-poo silver, as I hold a significant amount myself. Ultimately, I want us to have honest conversations about the metal so that we can have realistic expectations and hopefully avoid those negative emotions that result in suboptimal decisions by you as an investor or as a speculator. There you have it. Those are my 5 biggest factors that are having a negative impact on us as investors. In the comments, which of the 5 factors do you think has the biggest impact on investors? Based on what I share, do you think you are more of an investor or a speculator? And what do you think about this ideal gold silver portfolio split? Or put an A+ in the comments or grade book, because you are always my A+ students. Always stack smarter and never stop learning.